So I just slipped. Alright, so what's up guys? Today in this video, I'm gonna be talking about why I bought this bike on AliExpress instead of buying a name brand bike like the Surron or Talaria. Main reason, way too expensive. I'm a cheapskate. Sorry for the win, by the way. If there's a way for me to do it by myself for a way cheaper amount, I will always choose that route. So here in Canada, a Surron is about $6,500, maybe $700, $7,000. That is way too expensive. And for this kit, it's basically a stealth bomber clone. I'll throw up a picture of the original one. This is basically a clone of it. And I bought the kit, a 48 volt battery with a 3000 watt motor, the whole lighting kit, the fork, all of it came with it. That for 1,000 USD, 1,100 USD. As you can see, I did some modification on it, but that was the baseline price for the bike. Then there was $470 for UDP, basically for the import fees and for the freight and the transport. It was all included. If you buy from AliExpress, make sure that the shipment payment is included in your purchase. You'll have a problem if not. A lot of time on your hand. But basically, I got that 48 volt, and I wanted more speed, of course. So then I built myself a 72 volt 35 amp hour battery. Have a picture here. Of course, since this is my first battery build, I did a few mistakes. I did a pretty major mistakes, but we'll get over that. Get easily distracted. Yeah, so I built my battery. Problems I had during the building of it. First of all, the O-rings, put them on the wrong side, like an idiot. I bought all of the components for it a year before. I bought the BMS, the wires, the stickers, the O-rings, the heat wrap, all of it a year ago. I had all of it ready, and when it was time to finally build a battery, I still made mistakes. That's why you need a guideline and some written steps that you follow, a guide. But I thought I remember everything. So that's a major problem I had. Another one, I soldered the balance wires directly on the battery. I should have left a little bit of nickel so I can solder them on there. I did that for almost all of them, but some are soldered directly to the battery. And then the major flaw of the battery. Right now, my 5th cell out of my 20 series connection has a problem, and it keeps charging more than the other groups and then dropping way below. So for example, the whole 19 of the groups, whole 19 of the series connection would have 3.5 volts on the load. Meanwhile, the 5th group would be at 3 volts, or maybe like 3.2, 3.3, sagging way below it, and basically bottlenecking the whole pack. Now, I don't know how to fix it. If you have an idea or something, I know I'll have to tear it down. Tear it apart and go inside of the battery and fix it again. But I'm not sure exactly what to do, and I don't want to do that unless I know exactly what to do. Now, I also added some stir rate in the hum motor. I took this thing apart at least 10 times. Yeah, this is crazy. And then I added the heat sinks. This already was on here. Some protectors, and one thing, you can see the spoke broke, and I think it's about to break the whole tire, so I need to watch out when I'm using it, because every time the wheel spins I can feel it when I'm riding. But yeah, it's not gonna stop me though. If it breaks, it breaks. And of course, the most cursed of all, the handlebar that's behind the fork. I basically did this to have better leverage during wheelies, because sitting on the far back of the seat, I was reaching way too forward, and I was slipping back. But I'm thinking about putting them back in the correct position. I know this is cursed, but it's comfortable, just like these little kids pedal. My chain stopped, you can see from all this rust on the back gears. And then I have them both at the bottom, and it's super comfortable. Especially for this bike, since it comes below my hips, and I'm a 6'3". But when I'm sitting on it, it's plush and super comfortable with the pedals right there. Also basically changed the wiring system for this. I put the ATV or motorcycle thingy. What's the name of it? Signal. Basically this thing. All the things are working, but some of them are off. Like the wiring works, but the light fell apart, so I can't really use this. But the turning systems work. They're not that bright though. And I used to have some strips right here where there's the white stickers, but they stopped working. And I had this plate, but it kept burning out on the tires and wheelies, so I took it out. And then, like I was saying the last video, my rear brake is fucked. Right now I'm using a mountain bike right-handed brake. It's upside down, so we always get air bubbles, because they're usually supposed to be trapped here, but now they get trapped where I'm actually putting the lever. So I need to pump it before. So I need to get a new brake. I need to get some spokes. I might get a bigger rotor to have a bigger leverage for this brake. I'm trying to get a 220 rotor instead of a 203. And at the end of this, I think the whole price for this bike is about so this bike is about $2,500. It goes about 85 kilometers, which is like 52 miles per hour, and its peak speed it went going downhill was 91 kilometers, which is 56 miles per hour. I have a 4-driver control in this thing, a 72 530 control and change with my cell phone, 380 amps I think, and 530 phase amps That's its peak that it can run. But I'm running way lower than that because of my battery. My battery is the main bottleneck in this. So I have it at 70 amps and I have 500 phase amps since I'm cooling the hub motor with the Surron and the hub sink. I also check the temperatures with this Ford driver app on the app store. I'll put a picture on it on the screen. But obviously use that to monitor the temps of the bike. I also have a 3-speed switch. So the first switch is at 23% of the bike, of the max line amp. The second speed is at 66 and the third one is at 100%. I'm usually in the first or second mode. The third is only for wheelies. The wheel would not pick up on the second speed. It's only on the third. But the bike is 72 volts, 70 amp line, 500 phase. It's about 6 kilowatts, and I don't know how much peak, but this much. But it barely gets there. It's only for the initial torque. If this bike is cheaper than a Surron, it's 72 volt, and it goes faster. What more do you want?